Welcome to the Bourbon Van. I'm Phil.
I'm Julie. Just 4 days remain to find a winner of the 2020 Advent Tournament. Welcome to day 21, and we are tasting 4 different bourbons today because Phil and I cannot get on the same page.
We're going to start off with Julie's matchup. She's going to be drinking number 8 overall, Old Forester 1910 Old Fine Whiskey, 93 proof. Beautiful product.
Beautiful.
And she's putting that up against Weller Special Reserve, number 13 overall, the wheated bourbon from bracket 4. Winner of this one goes to the finals.
And I'm not upset about drinking either of these. This is like a perfect way to spend an evening with these 2 bottles. I'm excited.
Are you ready to start your perfect night with bourbon?
I am.
Have at it. I see you've got your holiday hat on there, Christmas gear for good luck.
I do. I figured it was appropriate for starting the next round.
Well, good luck. I hope it gives you wonderful tasting notes and delicious notes on the palate. Oh my God, she's already done.
Woo!
It is over.
Woo! Holy smokes. So, whoa. Okay, sorry. Just
May I?
Yeah.
It smells great. Hang on, I stuffed my mustache right in there. Wow, okay.
Okay, anyway.
These 2 things are
One
not
is
at
not
all
like
alike. Those are very different bourbons. I hope you can pick a winner.
I do too. But I will say my glass one, I'm getting a little, kind of like cidery out of it. It's coming through a little bit more. I think she was jealous of my initial reaction.
Probably.
So she's gonna pull through for
Now
me.
she's gonna show out a little bit. Well, I see that this 1910 is almost down at the bottom, and we have a backup. And just in case we need that, I suppose I better open this and pour a little, because I wouldn't want the finals to be impacted by a neck pour or something, you know?
Holy moly. Just a little nip there.
Well, sometimes, the neck pour comes out hot. Sometimes comes out a little fast.
Liz pour over there.
That's a Liz pour on the whiskey. We did it.
So,
Oh, this does smell good. Sorry. Go ahead.
I'm gonna make quick work of this one. I already know which one I'm gonna choose. Paint nose in glass number 1. There's a little bit of caramel that comes through, a little sweetness, maybe a little honey-ish, something or other. Not super strong, though it is building a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
This one is just bananas, brown sugar. I mean, it is just like dessert for your nose. I mean, it's just wonderful.
Dessert for your nose?
Dessert for your nose. It's all bacon in the oven or whatever, and it's just...
You mean bacon or baking?
No, baking.
Okay. I was gonna say,
I
wow.
love bacon. though.
Bacon, that's a tasting note. So you've got 93 proof and 90 proof here. Neither one of these should be drinking very hot.
Not hot. And I would even go as far as like, if you're not a big bourbon drinker, these are not bad ones to start with. Like,
Yeah, these are both standout,
like
easy
minimal heat. I mean, baby heat on these, but
drinkers.
baby heat. But the flavors are great. It's just dessert. It's like a banana, custardy, sugary, not like super sweet sugary, but just like the perfect amount of spice, the perfect amount of goo. I'm just thinking of like a cinnamon roll where just kind of like, it's just, in my humble opinion, it is just the best. It is so good. I'm moving forward with number 2.
I was gonna say, I bet you're moving forward with number 2.
But I am gonna sit here and like think about number 1. And so this feels unfair because, as I said, I mean, we just back-to-back Wellers, I think, right? So
It's day 2 in a row for Weller for you, yeah.
Weller, I think, is like a super balanced bourbon. I love the Special Reserve. It is my favorite of all the Wellers that I've tried. Just compared to the 1910, it's just so subtle. Like, it's just a subtle drink, which it's not taking anything away from it. I love it. I will continue drinking it. It's great.
But let's be honest, it's not in really the same class.
Yeah, and we knew this coming into this final, and we had a couple weird matchups because that one bracket was a little strange, right? Bracket number 4 just kind of went a little bit sideways.
When Rare Breed got knocked out of bracket 4, the entire competition went sideways.
Yeah.
You're going ahead with glass 2.
I'm going to have a glass 2. I don't need to sit and deliberate because we've been through these, like, this is our 4th time drinking them. I will reiterate again, the more you drink my glass number 1, which I believe is the Weller, the better it does get. But I already, for my palate, for this competition, I know that glass number 2 should move forward. Now that doesn't mean I didn't make a mistake, but I doubt that I did.
No, you didn't make a mistake. I'm sure you're in the final round of 4. There's no losers here. There's definitely a couple matchups here that are going to be very strange. There are a few people out there that are watching these things who have submitted brackets who have said to me that whatever's in the final 4, they're planning on using that as a holiday shopping list.
Oh.
I don't think it's a bad idea. There's something here for everybody. There's something here for every budget. Is super good glass.
I'm going to check the thing on the bottom, but we don't have that.
Let's
I mean,
see
it's super
here.
good. I hope I'm not embarrassed by what happens here.
You are not embarrassed. It is 1910 with authority. Slam dunk.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, Weller is very good, but 1910 just posterized the Weller right there, I feel like.
Yeah.
Clobbered it.
She did. This whole competition, I've been a little bit worried because obviously I've said this numerous times about how 1910 is my favorite of the year, probably ever. I didn't want her to take an untimely tumble.
All right, so round 4, 1 bottle moves on, 5 others remaining. One of those is gonna go away in matchup number 2, which starts right after this.
All right, it's time for Phil, and Norman is excited to see where you're going with this because this little matchup here is a bit of a surprise.
It's real weird.
So we got the number 1 seed for you, the Elijah Craig.
Barrel proof.
Yeah, and then the number 5, Cooper's Craft, which is the surprise Cinderella of this tournament, I think.
One of these things should not be sitting here right now. Bracket 4 was super weird. It resulted in this matchup right here. I don't really know what to make of either one of these color-wise because Elijah Craig goes in the barrel forever and the Cooper's gets that crazy chiseled and charred barrels.
So this is the one that beat up the 1910 for you, right?
Yeah.
Is that how that happened? I should know this stuff by now. But I will say, like, this was a surprise for me. Oh, are you good? He's done already too? Perfect.
It's one of my favorite bottles of the year, and unfortunately, it ran up against what is probably my favorite bottle of the year. Poor little guy.
Oh, I was like, wait, I don't know which one you're talking about.
This is one of my favorite bottles of the year, but this one I think is probably my favorite bottle of the year.
The favorite? Yeah.
So I'm going to start with the one that's lower ethanol just to see if I can get some flavors out of it at least. That Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, that Heaven Hill, what they're doing with their Barrel Proof right now, between the Elijah Craig, they're releasing 3 different batches a year, and the Larceny now, their wheated bourbon. This bottle is 60, the Larceny is 50. And if you see them, just buy them.
So normally I would taste a little bit of what you're throwing down, but I still have mine left over from the first one, the first time ever that I have leftovers, and I'm gonna enjoy both of mine.
Took you 4 rounds to get to that point.
No.
I'm gonna pay a couple of compliments to this glass. I believe this is the Cooper's Craft, so I'm gonna speak specifically about this bottle. It's a Brown-Forman product. We love Brown-Forman. That's the parent company for Old Forester. It was the parent company for Early Times, my favorite daily drinker before that sold to Sazerac this year. This Cooper's, when we first bought it, I wasn't sure about it, and as soon as we drank it down here just below the shoulder, all of a sudden it started opening up. Tons of flavors. It's gotten better and better. The lower we go in this bottle, the more flavors. Tart raspberries. For a little while I was getting Bing cherry flavors on it. It's just changing all the time. It's really flavorful. It's super, super delicious. It's $29. So if it's not on your shelf or on your holiday list, fix that. It's delicious. Get this bottle. It's fantastic. Let's get on to this one. I don't really know what to say about this one. I feel like...
Do you just feel like smiling? Sometimes that's all you need is if something makes you smile.
I feel like an angel carved out of oak just walked up and grabbed my tongue and just started strumming it like a harp, and it's just whispering in my ear, just telling me everything that I ever wanted to know and everything that I ever wanted to hear.
It sounds good, I guess, but also painful.
This glass. Well, it does have a little bite. With the, I mean, what is this, 127.2 proof? Yeah, it hurts a little bit. It hurts so good.
Oh yeah, is this our highest proof left? Do you know?
I think the Jack Daniels is just 1 proof point higher.
Oh yeah,
that we're gonna have
Daniels.
tomorrow. This is just such a stellar whiskey. 100% of the time that I've shared that bottle with people, they've asked for an ice cube or some water. That is probably the ideal way to drink this, with a couple of drops of cold water. That proof point is really high. For a lot of people, that's not going to be enjoyable. But the flavor profile, the nose, the finish lasts forever. For me, it's glass 1. Super good.
Oh, that's your decision?
I don't need to go anymore. I'm
snap.
going to finish this glass, but I don't want to waste your time, everybody. Look, people, this is the best tasting challenge so far.
Hey, I have 0 complaints about the matchup. Like, I think back of all the bottles that we've left behind, and there's some really good ones left on the table, but my matchup today was delicious. I'm guessing you can say the same, so.
I'm starting to get cigar paper in here, a tiny bit of tobacco, vanilla, some tiny bit of an herbal note, rye spice dancing on the tongue.
Just happiness. All right, well,
Got a cat here.
We're gonna-
Everything is happening for me right now. I've never been happier in my entire life.
Weird. Okay, so I mean that's good. That's nice for the whiskey to know.
Thank you, whiskey.
Which one are you moving forward? Super good.
What have I got?
You've got the Elijah Craig.
Yeah, of course I do. My tongue is on fire.
Is
yeah,
it?
Of course it's Elijah Craig.
I remember when you said when we were putting the brackets, when he was putting the brackets together and we were kind of walking through what was facing what, you were pretty confident about this Elijah Craig, and I'm happy to see that it made it all the way through.
It is so stupid good. It's stupid good. Just delicious. No losers. These are great bottles. I'm happy. Are you happy?
Totally happy. And short and sweet today, because you've sat through us now for like 4 weeks.
And thanks for doing that.
And we appreciate that. But you've heard us babble on about tasting notes and noses, so from here on out, we're going to make it snappy.
Make it snappy. 5 bottles remain. Tomorrow, we're both going to be drinking Jack Daniel's single barrel proof versus, for me, 1920, for you, 46. Thank you for hanging in there with us. We are so close to the end here. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, and if you haven't done any of that stuff yet, you're overdue. Get in there and say something. Hey, from wherever we are.
To wherever you are.
Cheers.
Cheers.